What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In the last video you saw we got everything completely torn apart. I still have some few minor little things like the door, whatever you call it, the catch on the doors, and a few miscellaneous things like the rubber seals, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Right now I'm going to focus on getting the shop cleaned up, get the truck out of here so I can start getting the body work done on the truck. I brought the bed stand home, and so I'm going to show y'all how I took the bed off by myself. It wasn't an easy process, and it wasn't the best way to do it, but I didn't have any help. So we're going to start by doing that, get the bed on the stand, get the truck out of here, clean up the shop, and we'll start knocking out all the body work on all the parts. I don't believe the cab needs any body work. I think we just need to prep it for paint, but I'll take a look at that later on. I want to get the parts done first so I can get the doors, the hood, what else is there? The tailgate. There's a few things I need to cut in the inside before I paint the outside. And so let's get the shop cleaned up so we can get that going. Like, not all the way, just like bring it this way. So my phone died right towards the end. It's safe to say I'm never going to be doing this alone, or I'm probably going to get a instead of the engine hoist, I'll get one of those bed. It's like got 4 things, and it's just like a engine hoist, but it's made for beds, and it spreads out. You can lift it right up, and that's definitely the way to go. I'm never doing that again. I'm definitely gonna get people to help me put it back on, because that was, 1, super dangerous, which you never want to happen, and 2, it was a lot of work. So, but you can see we finally got it on the bed stand, so I can get to cleaning the garage, get the truck out, and organize it where it's a little more comfortable to work. You don't want to be working in a bunch of clutter, so let's get it all cleaned up and get the truck out of here. cleaned up, organized. I just kind of laid everything out. I don't have paint stands right now. So I'm going to order those tonight. I might go to Harbor Freight and pick up 2 or 3 just so I can continue on with this. I only have 1, so I'm just going to do 1 panel at a time. I know the hood's good. I know one of the fenders is good, but I'm just going to start getting body work done on 1 panel at a time. And yeah, we should be good to go. After that, we can start prepping for paint. So far I've looked at fender, tailgate, and the other fender, and a few little dings on tailgate and fender, but got those knocked out. Now we're looking at this door. Got what looks like it was PDR. Y'all probably won't be able to see it unless I can get the perfect light, but looks like there was some slight PDR on this, around this area. And then there's just a few little dings. Let's see if I can catch it in the right light. See right there. But just going panel by panel. I don't want to overwhelm myself. I want to make sure this job turns out right, so I'm just going panel by panel real slow, knocking out what bodywork needs to be done. That way we can make sure, you know, this is a good quality finish. So we'll get this knocked out real quick. Since it's getting late, this bumper is so bad, has a lot of rock chips that have a little rust starting to come through. So what I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'm gonna sand this entire bumper down to metal. One little dent right here, but other than that it's pretty clean, and it just needs the whole thing to be sanded smooth and primed. This is the front part of the vehicle, so it takes the most damage compared to anything else, but I think I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. That way I got something to do. I can only work a certain amount of time because I have a full-time job, so I come out here just late at night. But I spent a good 2 or 3 hours today, got a lot done. Body work on all the panels except for the bumper. Really need more stands before I start priming everything, so I'm gonna try and get those tomorrow. Other than that, that's it for tonight. We'll get back on it tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day now. We left off, got all the body work done on the doors. We're gonna start on this bumper. I'm gonna use a 180 grit and sand most of it down to metal. And there's some ugly touch up right here. Not sure if that's dented or not, but we'll have to sand it down and it'll show us. But we just gotta sand all the imperfections out. I know there's one little dent over here. Also gonna start filming a little bit more in wide angle. Y'all let me know what y'all like more. If the wide angle is better, we'll stick with that. If not, we'll go back to the old one. But I just feel like you can see more with the wide angle. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this bumper. so we got the bumper all sanded down. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this with a little bit of glaze over here. And while the glaze is drying, I actually picked up 4 more stands today. It's not enough, but it'll help me get all these parts in primer, and then hopefully tomorrow I can pick up the rest. But yeah, put glaze and then we'll set up the stands. Alright, so now everything's ready for primer. I'm just going to go through, buzz all the spots because I left them in 180. I'm going to buzz them all with 320 real quick. Just give it a little, it's easier for the primer to cover. And I'm 1 stand short, so I'll have to get all the parts right here done. And then afterwards I'll get the door. I have 1 more door that needs primer, and I'll get that after I get all these done. So as you can see behind us, got all the primer done. I mean, there's no more body work. Well, I still have to check the cab and the bed. I think they're clean, but I'm not 100% sure. But the first thing I'm worried about is getting all the cut-ins done. I want to do the inside of everything. That way, maybe, depending on how everything fits, I can pull the truck in and pull all the parts in and paint the entire thing all at once. We'll have to see. I may have to do the truck and like the bed by itself and then all the parts by itself, because you can see it takes up a lot of space. But body work on the parts is completely done. And before I even look at the truck or the bed, I'm gonna start prepping everything on the inside. Like I'm gonna do the inside of the doors, the inside of the tailgate. Don't know if there's anything else the hood. I need to do the inside of all of those parts, and that way they're done with, because everything else, once I paint it, I mean, it's stuff we're buffing. I'm not going to buff the inside or anything, I'm just going to make sure they slick out good. So, but that's going to be a wrap for today. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to start prepping everything on the inside, that way we can get it cut in. Alright, it's the next day now. Everything's primed. We're ready to start prepping all the cut-ins, and so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna move my boat, and I'm actually gonna try and use my truck. I'm gonna move my boat and park it in the yard over there, and I'm gonna prep the parts right here. So we'll get all that cleaned up and get me an area to prep. prepping done on the inside of the door jambs and stuff like that. Not the door jambs, inside the doors. Got the tailgate over there, got the hood over there, and all 4 doors are prepped. Unfortunately, I'm one stand short, so I'm not going to be able to paint. I'm actually going to get the stand tomorrow, and then we can start painting in the next video. But last thing for this video, we need to get the shop cleaned up. That way I don't have to do it tomorrow when I start painting. Alright, let's wrap it up for today's video. We got the shop clean. Tomorrow when it's daylight, we're going to go ahead and blow out the entire shop. I want the inside of the door jambs to look nice. Obviously I'm not going to buff those, but we're going to go ahead and blow out the entire shop, blow off the roof. That way, you know, we can minimize any trash we get. I don't have a paint booth right now, so just kind of working with what I got. This is the shop at my garage, or the shop at my house, so we're just going to try and clean it up the best we can. That way our paint job can turn out as good as possible. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Y'all don't forget to like and subscribe and hit post notifications. In the next video, y'all are going to see the actual color of the truck, so y'all stay tuned. Out.